Morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to welcome everybody to our January 24th Commissioners Court Day. Glad everybody was able to make it despite all the precipitation we're having. Let the record reflect we have a quorum. All the commissioners here. I'd like to call the meeting to order. Ask that you please stand and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance, followed by a prayer. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to the Texas, one state, under God, one indivisible. Brother Bales, would you mind leading us in a word of prayer?
Dear Heavenly Father, we gather here today. Let's get mindful of the past and the community. Let's say a special prayer to those that are affected by the floods right now, our first responders, and all our employees that are desired to continue to be safe. If we go forward, give us strength, give us voice, give us wisdom. All these things we say in your holy name.
Amen. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, it's supposed to be doing it all day today.
Hey, Earth.
Hey.
All right. Item number 4, public comments. You got one very fast. Yeah, he signed up. Ernest Bales. Morning, sir.
Morning, how are you guys?
Good morning, Mr.
Appreciate the opportunity to be here. You know, I really try my best to stay out of the way and let you guys conduct business as needed. And then whenever you guys have a question, it brought up to me, and I've had a conversation with Commissioner Brandon trying to figure out the best way to address. I think the actual House bill was 3697 that we passed this last legislative session, and the interpretation of that and how that affects the counties. Actually called, spoke to Judge Sidney Murphy over in Fulton County for a while, and spoke to Judge Knight. I just put in calls to Noe Barrios, who's the Legislative Director of Texas Association of Counties, as well as just had a good conversation with Senator Beck who actually passed the bill. And it was in no means their interpretation nor intention to regulate the ability of an individual to split land among family members. So I put in 2 calls to General Terry Wilson, whose bill it was, and then Terry Wilson, who actually passed that bill in the Senate. They made substantial changes over in the Senate. And I'll just read the one excerpt from the bill. It's a 10-page bill. The owner of a tract of land located outside the limits of the municipality must have a platted subdivision prepared if the owner divides the tract into 2 or more parts to lay out. Subdivision of the tract, including an addition, lots, streets, alleys, squares, parks, or other parts of the tract to be intended by the owner of the tract. The main issue that I think that has to be underlined here, to be dedicated to public use. So they plainly state that Senator Betancourt was going to have his legislative director actually call me. He said it was in no means their intention to regulate the ability of when an individual passes away, if they actually deed that to their family members, to actually take away the ability for them to be able to do so and put in the additional burden for them to have to do and apply drainage studies and everything else. So I don't have more information. That's why I came by this morning to actually get the bill number to make sure that I was looking at the right thing. So we just started making those phone calls, but as I get more, I'll be glad to talk to you guys, either individually or in a workshop, wherever you guys want to discuss this. But this did come directly from Senator Betancourt, who knows what the legislative intention was since it was his bill. And he said, under no stretch was it to regulate an ability to break that among family members. And also that's the same interpretation of Judge Sidney Murphy over in Polk County, and Judge Jay Knight over in Midland County. So that, appreciate your time. I just wanted to let you guys know that the concern has been brought up, so we're trying to look at that to figure out how best to get you guys information in any way that I can help. Thanks again.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Mr. McCollum, can we get a report on Brother Dieter? Last time he was here, they took him off an ambulance. Is he
Yes.
doing all right?
Yes, sir, he's doing fine. He's still recovering at home. Just medication.
Well, I'm just kind of concerned about it. Anybody else? All right. Item number 5, announcement of possible discussion of items of public community interest for which no action will be taken. I guess everybody knows it's raining. Everybody knows we're under a flood watch and so forth. We've got several roads underwater. We publish those on our website, Facebook, and all that. Emergency management's been notified by TRA. They're fixing to raise the output at the dam is 70,000, which is. It won't be long at that rate. Muscle Shoals will go running backwards down there, won't it? About 85. Yeah, it's so anyway, if you encounter high water, please turn around.
Yes.
I mean, it just ain't worth it.
Yes.
I know everybody, I can make it. Please, be smart.
Septimus right. You won't go out the hallway long. She just told me that.
Anything else we need to mention or anything? We had a nice crowd here at the shelter, was it Wednesday, I think? No, not Wednesday.
Yeah, tell me about that. It was 2 weeks.
We had a hotline, what do they call it? It was like a class or something for people that are operating on pipelines, and then it also had a section for the fire department, EMS, and so forth. Had a full crowd. The whole building was going on. Really nice turnout. Catfish was exceptional. I ate enough for all you guys. Anyway, it was a nice event. I think it was and a good day for it. Rain, and they still had a terrific turnout. So. Yes.
We had talked recently about the gauges that we got in Center River, and just to give everybody an update. Anybody that's going down 150 or 945 south, or those areas, Peach Creek, that we have those gauges at, they're aligned. Any individual here that's got internet, go and put them on my Facebook, site links on there. You can click on that link, and you can get the rise in the water and everything to help you in case of a flood, because we already know, like Winter Creek on 150, when it reaches 7.4, the damn box is going underwater. It's already got much water. So it's a good tool for people to use to help them when they're traveling around the county. So we just want to point that out.
So this is just on your Facebook page, or can they?
I just posted last night when I got going.
Can they get that put on someone in the county or image page? Or?
I'll send it. All it's got to do is go to the Facebook page, copy it, and put it on whatever you want. Anybody can do that. They can share it.
Those gauges are getting the work out right now. They are, I guarantee you. All right, so we're supposed to have a DECOG meeting tomorrow in St. Augustine.
You will.
12 o'clock. Now, what time are we leaving? We're probably leaving at 9 o'clock here. Yes, it's high up there. May it go for you to attend, Mr. Bales? It's, just saying you drive. Last time I drove, I got on the wrong road, and we had a harrowing experience trying to get there for the road.
Wrong road.
didn't tell me where to turn off. I mean, we saw some pretty country, more than the posted speed limit. All right. Item number 10, consideration, discussion, possible vote to approve interlocal agreement with the city of Point Blank.
Mark, just same as the last one.
Same as the last 17, I guess.
I'll make the motion.
I have a motion by Commissioner Mars, second by Commissioner Brandon. This has to do with maintenance of the roads and so on.
Can I have the original?
Y'all didn't double the rate? Oh, he's here, sorry. Same term, right?
Same terms, yes, we're all in the same boat. It's, $500 a month.
Any questions? All in favor say aye. Any opposed? The ayes have it, it's unanimous, 5-0.
City of Point Blank, thank you.
Yes, sir. You've already signed it.
I've got the original record, Judge, I'm signing up and sending it to you. I have a copy of the original.
Item number 11, consideration, discussion, possible vote to approve the cooperative agreement with Kelly Hoot for disposal of dirt and debris. That's an agreement you have to be able to haul, ditch material in a ravine they got up there, right off the highway. So
Right off one now, yes, sir.
I have a motion by Commissioner McNally, second by Commissioner Brandon. Any questions? All in favor say aye. Any opposed? The ayes have it, it's unanimous, 5-0. Got
The original already signed. Oh, I was gonna tell you a while ago, at number 5, the basement is flooding. We're sucking water in the basement as we speak. Courthouse,
it's saturated, and you got.
seeping through the wall.
Yeah. That will make Scott, when it dries up, we'll $7 million aside to address that issue. It's got to be dry when we do it.
Is he taking pictures of it?
You might want to suggest that for the roads and everything, because many counties that's covered.
Then we did the one. I'll text him and make a picture of it.
Yes, sir.
Number 12, consideration, discussion, possible vote to approve final plat for Live Water Farms.
This has been an ongoing saga. I think this is the third, fourth time we've tried to get this resolved, and Mr. Robbie's went above and beyond to get it done, so.
Yeah, so my name is Robbie Flack Langley with Home Properties and Recurring Investments. You don't know me by now, but yeah, so presenting the final plat for Live Water Farms.
You got some copies?
Yes, I do. Everybody wants new copies, and I have a packet as well.
Because I ain't got nothing.
Okay. Get them laid out.
That's the ones over on Lake Pool, where the old gas and the oil well used to be.
Yeah.
So nothing has changed from the pre-run to the final.
Well, I mean, you got, as far as where the wells are on there, but I'm sure he identified them on the plan.
There's no wells.
It was abandoned in 1993.
It had a gas line on some old,
If they haven't hit, there's some well heads. They're not produced, that's why the checks stuff.
no, there's two stud outs.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah. And that's what our issue was, y'all, the general public, our issue was that I wanted all of them planted on this plat and put on there where people couldn't build on them. And she's went above and beyond and rules and regulations. She's putting this thing that's really good, really good. I know the neighbors down there will be very happy with the rules, like Pat O'Brien.
Thanks. That front big creek is in the middle of that. I imagine if we want to go look at it right now, we might need a canoe.
On the backside, yes, it's pretty, it got pretty fresh water.
Yeah. It's really fresh water.
It's pretty much all the same between both subdivisions. It's just a copy of really everything.
I've looked at this thing through it. Thank you, man. Matter of fact, me and the mayor went out there one time to look.
More than once.
Did you see where the final was?
It's like, there's two plats.
Yes, sir. They're just down the road from each other.
Small track, 2.88.
Thank you.
Well, I mean, I got all this. If we, right here.
It's got lots of frontage.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, lots of frontage. Do you see on there all the lines and what, good?
The elevations? No. You did bring that, right, you brought the documentation, see it here. I mean, I see.
She did.
Oh, she had it, because I had a copy of it all, I read it.
Yes, it's all, from when we presented the preliminary back in December, it's really all the same. There wasn't any changes needed from the prelim to the final. So, yeah, if you recall, we had a GPR survey done, ground penetrating radar to identify the type of abandoned.
You had a what now?
Ground penetrating radar survey done. So, we could see where there were some.
Where'd you go to get somebody to do that?
There's a company out of Houston
There they are.
that did it for us. Yeah.
Slower like a lawnmower.
So they identified where all the underground, abandoned pipes were, and we have those shown on that plaque.
Yes.
And nobody can build, on those.
Have you,
areas.
Chris, can you read the rules they put in there?
Restriction?
Deed restriction, you need to read those real quick.
They're gonna be in the packet. That I
Mark's got a
gave you.
packet with them.
Let me
They
see.
look good.
I haven't seen them.
You need to read those real fast together.
They're about them.
It's probably the best ones I've ever seen.
They're on the back, the very back of the packet.
So while I had you in front and center, how does Walker County handle their land divisions? Some are very more complicated than ours.
Much more complicated. I wouldn't recommend developing in Walker County.
So what's the difference? What's so much different?
I have not done one myself personally there, so I couldn't tell you all the specifics. I just know it's pretty difficult.
It is full approval on pretty much everything. Well, I've got a environmental office that everything the permits go through, and they have to approve them and then send them to the court to approve them. So I know it's a lengthy process.
Yeah, we don't have many clients doing it in Walker County. I mean, we've got, Texas Green Ranch, they've kind of got it perfected, but they have a whole department that handles all of that. So I have not done one in Walker County.
So did y'all sell any of that property on 190 that they developed?
No, we represented the buyer that purchased it, but a lot of those developments do, like a high pressure weekend land sales, so they'll hire agents to come out there and tour people around on a Saturday.
We heard they sold all that in opening day.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where at?
From 190 before you get to Darling to.
Really?
I think they had,
You know, with a 25-foot restriction,
That's not in addition to these, I guess that's overlaps the drainage issue, I guess.
Yes, sir.
If you went to add it together, this 1 acre tract, yeah, it would really restrict that.
Yeah. They just kind of work in tandem.
So what's the plan for the 1 acre tract? That's gonna be quick.
The 1 acre tract, I mean, they're all residential, they're all restricted to residential. But on that tract, we would only allow one structure.
Yeah, so it'll be a trailer house, I talked to the boy. No puppy mill.
No what?
Puppy mill.
Oh, yeah, sure.
So, just simple investments had some big restrictions similar to that. I don't know if
Yes.
you copied theirs or they copied yours, but they're pretty much identical.
Yeah, we use these restrictions kind of as a blanket for, all of our clients for the most part. Yeah.
I think they're very good.
Yes.
No, there's not public water. Each will install their own water well.
As close as that is to Big Creek, probably get water about 40 feet.
The only thing I got a question is on the 1 acre.
Uh-huh.
Are you gonna have adequate for sewer and the well?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's plenty of room there. I think you really only
You got a
need
25-foot bill line on the front.
I don't know how you would, actually. I hadn't thought about that, because, well, water well, you gotta have like 150 foot perimeter.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's room there.
There's room.
There's room.
Didn't,
Water line.
Already looked at
You got enough there for a standard system, but the road is definitely.
But you can't discharge within a 150 foot of the water well.
That's true. But if you wind up with the, either well in the front, or the well in the back, you will have enough separation. You can check
You
that.
kinda have to go in the middle of the, the widest part's only 280. So that leaves you
And then you got
29 foot on either side at the most.
You got 5 foot drainage in the back.
one side's already looked at.
Well, I didn't believe it would.
The conventional system, you can still get into utility.
You do like that, if you drill one well, put them all up to it. I'm kidding.
That's a whole other deal.
If there's room, that's my own.
Forgive me for making such a painful comparison. I think we were ready to launch the ticket on this last time or two. There was just a little bit of question about the pipeline. Has that been resolved?
It's been all resolved, above and beyond, I make a motion to.
That's what I'm waiting on. I have a motion by Commissioner Mars, a second by Commissioner Tuno. Any other questions? Call it again. Radar, ground penetrating radar.
Yeah, ground penetrating radar. It's called GPR survey. Pretty interesting.
I said, I don't know whether they're walking around or it's a remote device or what kind of. You didn't see
I
it.
didn't see it. There's a report in there, and I think they have some pictures.
Yeah, most of them, Dale's just a big box with like one more handle.
Yeah.
Yeah, just do it on the ground.
Yeah, it kind of looks like a metal detector.
Yeah, it's like a metal detector,
Yeah.
basically. You can save and find bodies, everything else. They do.
Really? Yeah. Wow.
All right, if there's no other comments, all in favor say aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, it's unanimous, 5-0.
Thank you, Mr. Rob, you did a good job.
Thank y'all.
I know it was a pain at first. But we worked through it, you did a good job, thank you very
Well,
much.
we want to do everything we can to make it perfect for Salem and good for the county. So I'm going to come up and pass these down to go sign.
Okay.
That's okay. Just need the Mylars, and I did one paper copy last time.
Yeah.
We all need Mylars. Correct.
I know the neighbors are happy.
Are they?
Oh, yeah. There's a couple of them down there.
I don't know where. Make sure we have to sign it again.
Sir, you have a new neighbor down there too. You know the well is, tank is on past it? What, I don't know if you know, that includes some of these things. No.
Long time no talk. You think that is everything okay?
Yeah.
Calm down.
The sun is good, like, you still go house right past,
Yep,
you
so-
go, they put up there,
Oh, yeah.
like a little portable building, they put it there.
There's our bids and things.
No, like, go past, you know, that, go past your property, on the right, there's a tank.
Yeah.
You right on the side of that tank, but there will be wood frame building up, little, little house like that. And that's where he fixed to build his house out right there, he did his house for his son, he said he just, he didn't break it off. It was on purpose, too, they came over there on purpose. They're all, but they're good riches.
No, it's not so much. I'll bring it back.
Yeah, it's, wrap tap water. Very nice man. Very, very good people. Very good people.
It's a really good area.
It is.
Honestly, there's some great tracks. In my
No, it really is. It's a nice piece. That's some nice houses on it too. Miss Barr's place.
I think we got, yeah.
Promoted a mistake down there, just passed. We promoted a mistake down there.
For who?
It's fine, it's not being good on.
No, but I
Yes.
can't remember off the top of my head.
We have Mullins, was it?
No, I think it's right close to Moni's. It's right near that church.
You know, Ralph Cadwater's just built a new house there. Down past that. I heard he was a grandson that he was giving his son his house and he just built a new house there.
They're all at the top now. The dates on some of this.
We'll get it.
But they're good, Richard, that truck's up.
Mark Woods. Get that signed too.
Y'all got a crayon? Put these signs in there.
This one that we first. Yes, yeah, two separate. Yes.
That's right.
No.
Where is that? I think I clicked off. Let's do it. Oh, you get in his bone? Yeah, I get crashed. You said it's a 32. I'll say it to you. Tuesday, yesterday. It's the tight ship too. Thanks, you don't. She ain't here either. You see her? I'll see.
That's it for me. Yes, sir. Thank you all very
again,
much.
Ms.
I appreciate it.
Yes, ma'am. Item number 13, consideration, discussion, possible vote on the application to revise subdivision plat to revising part plat in Waterwood, Sampson County by combining lots 27 and 28 in block 5, Bay Hills of Waterwood, as recorded volume 5, page 26 of the plat record of Sampson County, and renaming it as lot 27A. You carrying the ball on that?
Yes, sir. 13 and 14, we need to pass on those. Both of them are, they're not supposed to be on until 2/21. They just got on premature.
It must have been in the bucket, she just stuck them on there.
Better be safe than sorry.
13 and 14.
13 and 14 both, we're gonna pass them.
I got another one that's coming up. You do it, this fella's doing it himself. I'm gonna probably give him your number.
I'll have one or two do it.
They just gotta make sure they run the ad. That's please. No action on 13 and 14. 15, consideration, discussion, possible vote to appoint board members to Santa County Emergency Services District Precinct 3 position, 24 and 25, 2024 and 2025.
I got 2 applications yesterday. We have Mr. Jeff Cove, he's actually precinct. One of Mr. Betts, he's out there on Hillsborough Road, but really haven't got a chance to vet him. Jeff Cove. We left the other day, we discussed maybe about smart ways.
Yeah, I think the visit with him, as long as he stays on there, I'm sorry. You need time to look over those 2 applications you got.
Sir. I didn't hear you.
I got 2 applications yesterday afternoon.
I think what he was saying was last time him and Rick were talking about switching representatives.
Well, I pointed out that you were concerned about precinct 3 not being represented, and I said, I did point out, my appointee is, my choice was Mr. Capers, who's, does a fine job of representing the whole outfit, but he is precinct 3. He does get represented.
And my understanding, there's some stuff that the board is out working on now.
I can't hear you.
There's some stuff the board is supposedly working on now. That, any changes made, I don't know what to do.
You said to leave Brian May on there, you don't want to leave. You don't want to take them off because they've got some projects in the works.
Well, that's kind of what I was told yesterday. That might be what.
It's Joe's decision. Here's a novel idea, just nominate Brian May. He does a crackerjack job, no matter where he lays his head. So, I mean, that's, I know you've already
When is the latest that somebody could be appointed for that, Denise?
The current person stays there until he is reappointed.
That's true.
So Brian May's still there until he's getting replaced.
That is correct.
So it's up to you, Denise. We try to let you as a precinct 3 commissioner, appoint somebody.
Yeah, that's your pick.
Well, and I just, the more I think about it, perhaps let's just, if we switch Mr. Capers over, then we'll basically take him here. Spot. I just soon leave him right where he's at. If you want to get some new Why don't we just pass, that way we can all give that a little more thought.
I'll copy y'all.
Yes, sir. All right. Pass, no action. We'll put it on the next court, think that'll give you enough time? I hadn't thought about all the intricate details about what would happen to switch positions, so to speak. If we switched them, that would create a vacancy over there, and I think the board. I don't think that's any of my children, which I have an answer. See where they're playing though. Item number 16, consideration, discussion, and possible vote on renewal of the work-based learning agreement between Workforce Solutions and Sansing County Departments. Catherine Thomas.
Are you calling 15 or 16?
Whatever I just read out, I don't know what I said, 16, we passing on 15.
We are?
15 is what we just got through talking about for the last 10 minutes.
I can't count. Judge, I can't count. Work-based learning agreement, it's the renewal, since we didn't get the renewal last year. Essentially, it is a paid internship where Workforce Solutions pays the worker to come work for county offices. It's dependent on when we have participants, so we don't always have participants to send. But when we do, I'd love to have county offices as potential work sites for those participants. I did condense the agreement down to where
Well, that's good.
it's 30 pages instead of 100.
Sure, drove up Camelot.
And only requires 5 signatures instead of 85. So, and I did raise those prevailing wages to $12 for each of those positions as you requested the last time we met. So we have a maintenance position, office position, jailer trainee position. So they would not be like, for the jailer trainee, they would not be by themselves, right? Like they're always going to have, and they wouldn't necessarily, it would be whatever the sheriff or whatever the lieutenant or captain is comfortable with them doing would be what they're allowed to do as far as jailer training goes. And then we have, I can't remember what the last one is, but there was 4 positions in total.
Well, that was extension, you got a form in here for extension rates.
Well, that's just the office. Yeah. So all of the different,
Okay.
most of the departments in the county are included in there. I think there's 1 or 2 that are not included.
So let me ask this question, who's going to sign the JP 1, 2, 3, 4, all 4 of them sign?
The judge signs all of
The
the,
judge signs everything,
the judge signs all of it, yes,
even though it's a different elected official office.
yes.
Same- same-
It just makes it easier because,
It ain't like I can hire nobody, all I'm doing is approving this arrangement.
I was just looking through them and seeing.
yeah, the judge just approves the arrangement. When it comes to us sending participants to the work site, we would actually contact, so if I had somebody in Shepherd, I would contact Ryan Marsh's office and say, hey, we have a participant, do you have the ability to take them on? He would tell me yes or no. He would then interview them. He would then make a decision if they're a good fit or not. If they're not, we try somewhere else. If they are, then we move forward, we do the background check, drug test, all of that. Then we send them over to do whatever job title they're taking on.
But you think we could have the mayor point blank over there and pay him?
He probably makes too much money to,
If you said $12 an hour,
Yeah, he's not making 12 now.
He thought, well, you might qualify this.
He could work for me, then, sign up with me.
I got one thing, 2 things. One of them was all of the work days, you got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, road and bridge. We're not here Saturday, Sunday.
And that's fine. The department actually sets the schedule. It was just kind of open so that, I know some departments
law enforcement is.
possibly would have weekends. And so just, I put it open on all of them, and then you set the schedule.
Precinct 3 email address, again, is correct.
You can correct, I can certainly correct that.
Not even exist, that's the
Oh, wow, okay. yeah. to fix
So,
that.
so I got a question.
Yes, sir.
How many counties do y'all, participate in?
Kingston County, Polk County, and Potter County are the three counties that I cover. We cover all of the 12 in the Decon region.
Okay.
That's
good.
I don't know if the other,
So my question is, have y'all got anybody working for the law enforcement departments in any county that you deal with?
I do have one in Corrigan right now.
Okay, in what capacity?
She's in dispatch.
Oh, wow. Okay, so
Dispatch.
that's what I would, you know. So that's the only one that y'all got?
As far as in the three counties that I cover, yes, sir.
So, with this question, and I'll make a motion to approve it, but how many do we have now in Simpson County? Or did we have in the previous year?
Participants right now, 0.
0. Did we have any last year at all?
I don't believe we did.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have-
Ever since COVID, our participant level has been,
I have worked them before.
Yeah.
yeah.
And
Yeah, I think we had a couple over in maintenance that ended up working for the long haul for quite a few years after.
So you're gonna push to get us some, you're gonna try to get.
I'm trying to get some. I'm absolutely trying to get some.
Glad you condensed this far because it was that.
It was, yes.
It was.
It was like a whole printer cartridge.
Is that all your signature?
Made a motion, Larry seconded.
I have a motion by Commissioner Natuno, second by Commissioner McNally. Any questions? All in favor say aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, it's unanimous 5-0. How many places is there to sign?
It's just page 7 and then the last 4 pages.
But
That sounds like a lead.
if you got a hold of it,
Most of these ones for the departments all say page number 8.
Yeah, and then
That's the third time I saw page 8, I figured what was going on.
I seen you had Dennis Gilbert on there, which is probably not a good name.
which one?
Dennis Gilbert on the permit.
Yeah, let me
That's
change
still,
it.
yeah,
Probably need to put Tricia.
Trisha Basham. Okay. Yeah, because I went on the website and looked just to see, and on the county website, it still has.
I've changed that email that Commissioner Brandon was concerned with, and I'll change
Okay,
that.
that's perfect. Yeah, I'll make those changes, and then, when I submit it, it'll have those changes on there. So I'll submit it to my
I think
supervisor,
it
she'll
makes
approve
it,
it.
if you want to substitute pages with, you know, not my hen scratch, you welcome to do that.
Yeah, so speak the ones that don't have your hand scratch on it, and, correct the issues. And then get it approved, and then I'll bring you the final copy.
What did we say? I saw Dennis on there.
I refiled mine this year. I already did mine this year. I'll check.
They got the same either.
What,
Tricia.
So we all have it. Here. When? Well, it's 10.
Thank you, young lady. You got them all signed up.
Awesome.
Let's do
Appreciate it.
those pages that are necessary. We're gonna move back to item number 5. Announcement, possible discussion of items of public or community interest for which no action will be taken.
I have just got communicated with Mr. Bell, state rep, in communication with what we were talking about earlier with the subdivision rules. He's been in communication with Jim Allison about some bass, there's the attack attorney. And, you want to take it from there? Mr. Bell? I appreciate you following up on this while we're off here.
So, like I said, I came to try to speak to Commissioner Brandon earlier just to figure out what we were looking at and also get some guidance on that. I did speak to Noe Barrios with Texas Association of Counties. He actually recommended that I speak to Jim Allison, the Texas Association of County Judges and Commissioners. And actually, the excerpt that I read is the main problem. That is the problem, and it actually reverses. It makes it less stringent because of interpretation of what is considered public use. If I myself as a landowner, and I grant that to my guest or other passers through, is that considered public use, and does that then take away the abilities of the county to require the plat be filed? So they've actually have reached out to try to get an AG opinion for clarification on that, and has also put that on the interim charges so that we can address that as we go back to interim hearings, and that'll probably have to be addressed this next session. But that was an issue. That was actually added in the Senate, and that was a non-negotiable. They actually went through and cleaned up the language, but they would not pull out that excerpt, and that excerpt is the main problem. What is considered public use. So some of the counties have actually, they said Williamson County is one of the counties that have actually reached out. He knew exactly what the bill number was when I called him. He says, I'm taking a lot of calls on that. We're trying to figure that out as well. And he says, we're getting both interpretations, and the legal interpretation by some of the attorneys that it actually pulls back the county's ability to enforce rate regulation. And that was not the intention of it.
Most of the changes that I saw are 232.025 that has to do with the approval process. They're trying to make it streamlined and make it where we don't get an application and just sit on it and so forth. But it in no way affects 232.015, which is the exceptions for plat requirements. It says, it deals with the selling to the Veterans Land Board or dividing land amongst your family or various things like that.
I actually went to the Texas County Judges and Commissioners Association webpage, and they brought out the legislation, the key legislation from last session. This bill was not listed there at all.
That's why we reverted back to 232 earlier, because it's kind of, there's a lot of muddy water in there, so to speak, and it's leaving us really the rules, big separation between the rural and urban. There's a big disparity there.
Well, and that was the only reason that I got involved. I had some citizens, constituents that actually asked, tried to follow up Commissioner Brandon. That's why I thought it was important to go ahead and kind of give you guys an update on where we were at. We're still working on that, and this is an ongoing issue. And it will probably take an AG's opinion to get that done. But the likelihood of that being done before we can go back in the next session could be slim to none. So we will have to address this next session. That was not the intention, but it was a negative unintended consequence of the bill and the language that was used.
I appreciate it.
We got a question there for the mayor, if you mind.
If I may.
Yes, sir.
Section 232.001H prohibits counties from attacking on any additional analyses, studies, documents, or agreements that are required for plats, development permits, etc. That's not by state law. And there's a lot of things in our rules and subdivision rules that probably are more strict than the local government. Is it the intent to take away some of the abilities that we have to check to a higher level, or to require additional analyses or documents?
That was the intention on some of the other legislation, and that was problematic because I hear from our Commissioner's Court, rightfully so, that San Antonio County is very different than Harris County or city of Austin or Dallas Fort Worth or anything, but they tried to actually streamline that so that, county regulation could be more stringent than what the state regulation is. That was not the intention of this bill whatsoever. This was actually to streamline the passing of, but it went down a rabbit hole with, there was a lot of changes in the Senate, and in the process of cleaning that up, this was a bill at the very end session, and it should have been done earlier and had been better done.
I just don't want to have the county get in a situation where in contraindication of state laws or any of the local government code, because there are some clauses we have that restrict.
And I'm not the best one to speak to that, but I'm glad to talk to you and get that information to you. I mean, but these guys understand that section goes far better than that.
Well,
So if we do something that negatively impacts you guys, that's what I need to know so I can try to get clarification to everybody.
I don't think it will make me, unless we're challenged on it, though, I don't know why it could have come up.
Like that lady that was here before, she had a ground penetrating radar done well. We didn't mandate that everybody has to do that. That's something, she went above and beyond. And
I think the commissioner had something to do with it.
What we actually did is we were very concerned about where you see them or find
it's
them.
not in our
It's not in our
regs, that's all I'm trying to tell you.
And the problem is, we don't need to do a one-size-fits-all because that's the problem we have in the state.
Yeah, and that was one of the driving forces, talking to me before, is we talked today about it because of the merge between the FEMA rules and the HUD changes from last February, and now this change here, they're kind of getting into a position possibly with a conflict on each other, and it's putting us in bad.
Well, and spoke to Commissioner Natuno just 2 days ago about the HUD and the ability for us to be able to get the funds like we should have already got to be able to spend them.
Oh, I've had roads I've got, it's on that HUD deal, I'm gonna head start.
Anything else I can do?
Thank you so much.
Appreciate it. Thank you, I respect it. For your time.
Item number 17, consideration, discussion, possible vote to use of the courthouse square grounds for a Christian motorcycle rally event to take place on May 11th, 2024. The event is hosted by Broken Clay Fellowship and sponsored by the Cold Springs Chamber of Commerce.
So this is Broken Clay Fellowship. They're wanting to do a motorcycle rally where we gather along the square. There would be vendors on the courthouse grounds. Of course, as a chamber, we know the rules for utilizing the courthouse grounds.
You talk, when you say the grounds, we're not going to have a motorcycle.
No.
You're talking about the streets around the courthouse.
Yes.
Well, this-
We're talking
I don't know
about
if you're aware,
vendors.
but the city has made some bold moves to regulate what goes on the streets in town. And you best check with them as far as, permit. for-
Yes, sir. We're aware of
They have implemented a
that. Food trucks
permit
and all that kind of stuff
process.
as well. What's that? No, there's no permitting, required for parking in
For
those.
food trucks.
Food trucks, yes,
Are you gonna have food there?
yes.
There you go.
So we've,
What day of the week? That's a Saturday. I think.
Saturday, yes, sir.
I don't know how it conflicts with our
I don't think it's the same.
the dates that we have
Yeah, it's the
already committed, to other organizations. One of which is,
Trade State's fourth weekend, Cabinet's fifth weekend, this would be on the second weekend. And there's no other events that day, as far as I'm aware.
So is there any fees that the chambers get out of this? Or
Just-
they pay them?
If we decide to charge the vendors, we would charge a small vendor fee.
the city
But I'm
implemented
saying
a fee as well, I'm told. I hadn't read it front to back. So, at least for the permit, for the,
Yeah, for the food
Food
vendors,
vendors.
it's, I want to say 25 for the permit fee for food trucks.
So my only thought with the fee is the historical commission shares the profits with y'all on the ground. So if there's any profits, I think they need to be shared with the historical commission and the chambers
Okay.
on the fees.
So
So
my-
I give about automatic for it.
So my thought is, does it have to be around the courthouse?
That's where the preferred venue is, because the courthouse is so,
Just saying.
you know, it's the courthouse, it's courthouse square, I mean, that's a significant location. That's
Well-
the preferred venue.
Okay, I was just gonna suggest, we've got this ground here that could be available also, that may not fall in under some of the rules and regulations
Of the city.
The city.
There you go.
It's a thought, but
If I could share right quick, we've got Pastor Phil Harrington on board with us, and he has a lot across the street from First Baptist Church.
Okay.
That's where we'll set up a stage, and a lot of the bulk of activity will go on there.
Awesome.
So it'll kind of be off-beat.
Tell everybody who you are, sir.
My name's Mark Mears. I'm the pastor of Brooklyn Clay Fellowship, and I'm also the founder of Harvest Reach International. We're a missions organization working around the world, Africa and India, and but we're right here in the community, and that's our heart is right here. I live in San Jacinto County, as well as Chris Lee. He's one of our elders, and our heart is for the motorcycle community. Now, when we say motorcycle rally, it will be a Christian motorcycle rally. I know that the motorcycle clubs have a stigma about them, and that kind of thing. But this will be Christian. It will not be,
Bad dude,
it won't be the Lone Star Rally or the, Sturgis. But as well as you guys know, that these small rallies turn into something pretty large eventually, brings a lot of revenue into the places we're at. And so that is also a part of what we would like to see is the, Cold Springs is the best kept secret that there is, bottom line. And it's a great tourism place. People just don't know about it. And as far as riding goes, it's got some of the best roads to ride on as far as motorcycles go. And we want to be able to, exploit that. And as well as bringing the motorcycle ministries together. There's no such thing as this. As far as I know, there's different motorcycle ministries that do things within their own organization. But as far as bringing in all the other motorcycle ministries in, I don't think there's anything like this at all. If there is, I know nothing about it. And we've researched it. And we've talked to a lot of the motorcycle ministries already. There's quite a few right here, Circuit Riders, Priesthood, and ours, his people, and then CMA. CMA is going to be on board. That's Christian Motorcycle Association. They are the largest Christian motorcycle association in the world. And so those guys are going to be on board with us too. And, we want to do it very organized. We want to get, everything done the best we can. We don't want to block off any of the main roads, like it's done during Christmas on the square. We don't want to do that. We want to leave those open. And the bulk of what we're doing will be on the back side back there, like I said, with the lot there. Y'all, pretty sure y'all familiar. It's on Pine Road. It's just right across the street from the Baptist church. And we'll set up a stage there. And that's where we'll have some speakers and some different bands and stuff like that. So,
as soon as I get a motion, I think you'll have our.
I'll make that motion.
I'll say,
I have a motion by Commissioner McAnally, and a second by Commissioner Brandon. You want to make sure you get the appropriate blessings from the city,
Yes.
obviously. Any other comments? All in favor say aye. Any opposed? The ayes have it, it's unanimous. 5-0. Thank you very much.
thank you guys very much for hearing this.
Item number 18, consideration, discussion, possible vote to approve minor plat amendment for 1/4 acre from Miss McElroy to the Evergreen Baptist Church for the attached survey, all property located in a TxDOT right-of-way and not county right.
Sent y'all a PDF of this the other day. This is Tricia Hawthorne with Washington Survey. She's got the plat. Sent the notes and everything. We'll get them after Tricia. Yeah, he's got it. Mr. Woods, we've gone over this and everything else. We didn't have any issues with it. That's great.
Roland McElroy, he worked in juvenile probation for years and years before he passed. Thank you, sir.
sir,
Good man.
he's
He's a good guy.
Yeah, he's made good. Him and my dad grew up in trees.
Yes, very good.
So like, is that right? Oh, yeah, they were asking.
If we do that, you'll know. Yeah, I'll put it back.
I don't really.
So this is right behind the church.
Yeah, they used to, I passed it every day, they used to have a Bible study. I'm not sure.
I think Ms. McElroy just did.
She's given them a quarter of an acre to be a little playground for the kids right there.
I'm good.
So is it, are we talking about this right here?
Yeah, quarter acre.
She's cut it off of this track so she can get it to the church?
Yes.
Also lead it to a church. Now, so,
Well, there we go with our exceptions at 232.015. If you're conveying a piece to a adjoining landowner, it's an exception to the rule.
It is.
Statute is.
And they do have 50 foot of county front, or state farm. So they're exempt.
And I have a motion by Commissioner McNally, second by Commissioner Mars. Any other questions? All in favor say aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, it's unanimous. 5-0.
So not to put you on the spot, but what kind of fee would this be associated with estimate? What you just did?
To do
Not the survey, but the minor plat.
So we did everything all together. It just depends on like the amount of property that we're doing. Usually we charge, I guess it all depends. Most of the time I'm doing that because we're going out and splitting the property. We have to survey it first before we can split it. So I really can't. I don't really know much. Like,
he just wants a cheap deal for next time.
Because I've had some horror stories where
yeah,
different survey companies charging at least $6,000 more to do the subdivision plat.
right.
Than just the survey.
Yeah, just and it depends on the county too. Like Montgomery County.
Well, sure.
Yeah, Sanderson County's not gonna be nowhere near that. Montgomery County, Harris County, they're gonna be a lot higher because there's a lot more that goes into it.
Yeah, but the slats was hard, man.
But Montgomery, or Sanderson County, we don't charge nowhere near that. We're just doing a minor plat like that.
Maybe they need to call you. Well, this is not a minor plat, though. This
Right.
is a full-fledged subdivision.
We don't,
That's true.
anywhere on the full plat, anywhere between 3 and 6.
Yeah.
Just depends on how big the property is, how many lots we're doing.
How much grief we give you?
Dang.
Yeah.
All of these new ones. About all of that,
We got one of these, two of these.
what?
How many do we have? 11 one.
One. Yeah, one. You wanna buy one?
I'll come up there with a copy.
Some are bigger. That's it right there. I gotta figure out what to fix that one wrong, all of it.
What survey that fair you with?
Which one did it? Oh, that's that one you think you do today? Yeah, we got today. That's not what it said tomorrow. There, Mark. You got This is David. Sure, was there. Yeah.
Item number, y'all have signed the last one? Yes, sir. Don't want to get ahead of nobody. Item number 19, consideration, discussion, possible vote to approve minor plat for Raoul Diaz off of Brown Road, 3081 side, Daniel Quimby. That's a survey out there in West End County, tract 249, separating one 9.676 acre tract into 4 separate acreage lots as noted on the plat. All parcels are all on the county road known as Brown Road. Lot 1 is 3.048 acres, lot 2 is 2.52 acres, lot 3 is 2.075 acres, and lot 4 is 2.003 acres, to be known as the Diaz Estates.
This one here, this family, they're subdividing this 9 acre tract. Family members, all frontage on the road, Brown Road. So I want to look at it, and I'll go ahead and make the issue with it. That County Road, was actually the road is too far from property, and there's a question that, so we can get off the tax road.
So here we go, we're gonna let somebody divide 4 acres, 4 tracts. And we talked about this before, if it's family division, that's one thing, is this family division?
Yes.
But the rules don't say.
The rules don't have families, doesn't make any difference.
Sir, the roof says 4 times, 1, 2, 3, 4, so only 4 lots.
It is gonna be needed to a family member.
They're all family members, that's why it's called Diaz Estate.
It sure doesn't look right when you make another person jump through a bunch of hoops to do the same thing.
That's why we need that, that's why Ernest was here, that, we need that clarity.
Yes, I get that, but I'm just saying,
Is anybody here from that family?
I think. They plan on coming.
They represented you at this family too?
That's correct.
so it's a mini plat, it's not a variance, it's a mini plat, we're approving the mini plat, not a variance.
I don't know what a mini plat is. It's just, it's under 232.015. It's an exception. If it's a family, you know, if they tell us that, we kind of have to take them at their word. I guess if they record deeds to somebody else, I believe it. Well, I can take some legal action if you're that serious about it, but they've got the drainage ditches, they've got the elevation certificates, plenty of frontage, they did a good job. It is an exception, it looks like they're doing it according to the rules anyway.
They're good with getting on over notes, fill out and everything.
And they got elevation,
Yeah.
it looks like every 15 feet they got an elevation. And on just one particular lot, there's only 4 foot change in elevation over 200 feet there in one spot. I mean, it's, instead of 1 foot comes, it's pretty fairly level land, if you like. So it's sliding pretty rough.
You know, when you go behind the church. You know, there's that grass.
Yeah. It's right across the church and then the, oh, yeah, oh, yeah. Church is up here.
Church, I'm just saying, that whole property.
Cemetery.
Yeah.
So, just right
motion?
I have a motion by Commissioner McNally, a second by Commissioner Brandon. To approve the Diane Estate, plat of redivided into 4 tracts under the family exception. Any other questions? Comments? All in favor, say aye. Any opposed? The ayes have it, it's unanimous, 5-0.
No, not yet. Come on. I'm another hour. For what? I don't know. I don't know. I mean, make order. Mm-hmm.
That's right. Yeah, that's all. No. It is.
Thank you.
I don't think it's the way it works. Well, back to So, did Jeff Beach get the credit card? Did Jeff Beach get the credit card? So they called me asking, I said,
We're still waiting. We're gonna see if the credit card
I said, you did, come get mine. I said, so you get your.
She and I copied you a lot of emails.
Oh, did you?
Or precinct. Yes. She and I went
Like
back,
yesterday?
no, that was Friday. They've been processed from what we sent. Now we're just waiting to get them back. But I also sent her travel, because I told her she's gonna get reimbursed. You know, even if she spends money up front, she's gonna get reimbursed. I sent her the travel form and everything.
Yeah, I don't know what that's about.
So,
Not just her. We don't have a credit card now.
not to mention that. She's a doctor now, a credit card. No, I thought she was an actual doctor.
She has a doctorate degree.
I told her as soon as she got back from the conference, just send it over and we'll have it in the next court packet. So. But you are copied on all of it. I have been checking on it since November. December the 12th or something. Apparently, if you're involved in it.
I want to go back to, y'all say y'all want to go back to 15. Okay, we'll go back to 15. Consideration, discussion, and possible vote to appoint board member Anderson County, Emergency Services District, Precinct 3 position for 2024 and 2025.
Okay, on item 15, I'm gonna make a motion to leave, the existing board member on there, Mr. Brian Mays, under, some discussion that's been had.
I'll second that. I have a motion by Commissioner McNally, second by Commissioner Tino. Any questions? There's it is. All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, unanimous, 5-0. Yes, sir. Item number 20, consideration, discussion, possible vote to approve permission for Peach Creek timber environmental to clear vegetation trees right away for possible future driveway and road work on Fostoria County permit approved by TCEQ. We kind of talked about the other day, this is kind of belt suspenders. I mean, you're the commissioner, you're the man over the right of way, just like in each. If you want to clear it up, that's just something your hands would have to do.
Yeah, well, that's true. I'm just trying to be transparent. You know, because we approved them putting out that driveway and the sign here, and and they're actually, I found out, they're required by statute to put a sign out for urban owners, that the other day. And it has to be visible, so they're saying, well, we'll go out there and clear it, and take care of it. You know, less maintenance, so.
As long as it's, we're just talking about the right of way, you know, we don't want, we're not authorizing to clear no brush on no land.
No, it's strictly on our right of way. The brush, these brushes here past ours, gonna be on their property, so it's not, you know.
Now, like you selling it out, well, how much is the charge? Well, there ain't no charge, cheap enough.
You don't have motion on for that, do you?
I'll make a motion to leave it up to the commissioner to kind of guide for the contractor to clear the right of way on Foster Road as such.
I have a motion by Commissioner McMillan. Second by Commissioner Brandon. I don't think he absolutely has to, but.
No, I didn't know, I said, no, I said, I didn't know if he seconded, I didn't hear that.
I mean, if you get ready to do something like that, I agree. Y'all the boss over the right of ways. I mean, that's fine.
I agree.
Any other comments? All in favor say aye. Any opposed? The ayes have it. It's unanimous. 5-0. Item number 21, consideration, discussion, and possible vote to approve necessary action for the innovation center. Anything going on with that?
I've already think, generator will be here before February now.
That's next week.
So is that the third time?
Did we ever make any decision? I know we rode the horse to death about what was gonna do with the floor. That's why I had to do it. Well, I thought, we're gonna do the hall there and stuff. I think we did, I just,
Just, it's 3,000 for the hall, 1,500 for the
And we're gonna use the money that we're back.
Yeah.
Well, it goes back to the grantee, I guess, not. Where does it go? If we don't use the money from the grant, that goes back in.
it's, depends on which portion of the money will come. We didn't have enough money to do the whole thing with the original grant money. Supplemental money is recovery money. If it's recovery money, you go back into, I'd say put it on fixing that leak in the courthouse or something like that. One might argue if it's done properly, I think we would, I don't see us giving the money back to them, not when we were a million short.
But I think our retention. Well, the contractor will probably have to give us credit of about 5 to 7 times. Yeah, that's what those resolutions have been finished.
All right, let's need to vote on this point on that.
Nothing that costs more.
Nobody has even contacted. Got it.
I think Jimmy's right, man.
What about that?
I was the one that got the price, but I was never instructed to put on call.
Yeah, I just assumed that.
Now, you want to call these
Call Pat.
Huh?
Call Pat. I don't care, call him.
Y'all get together on this, let's move on.
Okay, that's all I needed was consensus from the court.
If you meet with them, give them, make a copy of them, if you can come by the office, I'll give them a copy of them rules and regulations, deed restriction. You just get over there. Oh, yeah. He really like that. My Lord.
I got an extra set here on you.
You know, Ralph was building another house on down there.
That's what you said.
Yeah. We'll give his other house to us. Yeah, there, yeah, he's gonna give his house to, that girl.
All right, item number 6, consider approval of claims.
I'll make the motion for the
I'll second that.
I have a motion by Commissioner Matuno, second by Commissioner Barnes. Any questions about anything? Y'all see anything you got a question about? If not, all in favor say aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, it's unanimous, 5-0. Item number 7, consider approval of budget amendments or revenue certifications. Did you have one you're gonna pull back?
That one. Those monies, actually, I've been in much research and study with Ms. Shelley, and those funds actually belong into the elections fund. The actual fund in 78, they do not belong in the general fund, so I won't be certifying it. I will be moving it and putting it all in 78 fund. And I didn't bring it with me, but it's under election code.
So we don't have any to do then?
No, there's no budget amendment.
All right.
And then she can probably pay these bills out of another account.
Yes, she can pay, yes.
Senate Bill 22, law enforcement grant from the governor's office. We got the application submitted last week on the 17th. The next move is they'll send us the contract to sign, DocuSign, just for y'all's information. The district attorney, I think, the DA's office has they made an option, I could do it, he was already on it, I think he got his submitted as well.
So is this the Lone Star that's in Columbus here?
The Lone Star is something they're going out for. They weren't approved of it last year apparently, and they're going back out for it.
Okay, it's sitting here, and I'm like,
That's the first one that they got last year.
all right, so they do know they have permission to fly for this thing?
Yes, I think he gave it to him and said something about putting it on court next month, or next
Supposed to be
court.
in court next month.
Okay. I didn't know it's sitting here, and just do it somewhere.
It's gonna be on court.
It was good, coincidental, I mentioned that.
That's the board. That's the board.
We found that paperwork, I looked at it, it's been
You are,
I thought they were going to do the same application, but I'm going to reword.
Well, they show, they're showing a lot of other, have to show everything. I can kill them.
All You should do it. Item number 8, consider approval of minutes of meetings December 13th, 2023, December 27th. We didn't have a quorum, a couple of us showed up. You got some sort of minutes showing that.
I'll make the motion.
I have a motion by Commissioner Matuno, second by Commissioner McNally. Any questions? All in favor say aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, it's unanimous,
Yeah, Connie knows. Connie's, yeah. Who's not, yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Texas.
Oh, okay. Number 9, receive and consider approval of December 2023 departmental reports.
That's it. We have something. That's Jerry Randall. Anyways, John.
That's a motion. I have a motion by Commissioner Brandon, second by Commissioner McNally. Any questions? All in favor say aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, it's unanimous, 5-0. I'd entertain a motion to go to the House.
I'll make that motion.
All in favor say aye. All right, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.